We got -2 times 3 times 4 times -5. As you're listening to the video, write this down as well, okay? You remember you're going to do, you can write this little mnemonic device here to remember. Negative times a negative is a positive. Negative divided by negative is a positive. Negative divided by positive is negative. So this will work for everything with the rational numbers, okay? So here we go. We go from left to right. -6, and then times -4 times a -5. Negative times a negative is positive. And then 24 times -5 is -120. You want to show here the steps that you go to get the solution, so that way you know how to do it. All right, next one is, so let's go back here real quick. -120, so that's E. I'm going to put that in while it's fresh, everywhere you see that. Okay, so this one's done. Let's go to this one, -3 to the 4th. It's going to be -3 times -3 times -3 times -3. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. Well, -3 times -3 is 9. Same. 9 times 9 is 81. Okay, so 81. That's G. Okay. Got that one done. You can always pause and go back if you need to for the solutions on these. Okay. I erased this. I'm going to put this here in case you need to reference it. All right, so -10 to the 4th times 13. -10 to the 4th power times 13. So that's -10 times -10 times -10 times -10 times 13. All that times 13. Okay, so -10 times -10 is 100. So that means this is 100. Okay. And then 100 times 100 is 10,000. Times 13 gives me what, 130,000? Is that one of my choices right there? Okay, so O, 130,000. O. Okay. So, okay. All right, so we got that done. -2 times to the 5th power is -2 times -2 times -2 times -2 times -2. So what's that? 2 times 2 is 4. That's positive. Positive 4 times positive 4 is 16. 16 times the -2 is a -32. All right, so -32 for A. Okay. Get a little space right here so we can work. All right, -1 times to the 5th power. So when it's an odd power like that, it's going to just be, so it's -1 times -1 times -1 times -1 times -1, which is going to be -1. And then 30 to the 2nd power, or -30 to the 2nd power, is 900, right? Because 30 times 30 is 900. And then negative times a negative is a positive. So you're left with this times that, which gives you what, -900. All right, -900. You kind of see that answer that was still here. So -900. Okay. Okay. And moving along to the next one, 3 to the 3rd times 3 to the 3rd, or -3 to the 3rd. So that's 3 times 3 times 3, which is 9, times 3, which is 27. And then there's going to be times a -27. So 27 times 27. 9 times 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 2, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Cross this out, put a placeholder. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Okay, 9, 12, adding those up. 6, yeah, 7, 29. And it's negative, positive times a negative, so you're going to have a negative, right? Positive times a negative equals a negative. Okay, so negative 729. And that is letter W. Okay. Okay. Negative 4 times negative 6 squared times negative 2. Negative 6, you gotta do the exponents first, right? Order of operations. So it'd be negative 4 times 36 times negative 2. And then here you have 36 times negative 4. So 144 negative times a negative 2, which is 288. So 288. And that is letter B. Okay. So hopefully this helps you get this done. Okay. All right. So here we have negative 1 times 400, which would be negative 400. Okay, it has a D right there. And then here we have, I'll just write this one out, negative 2 to the 4th times negative 5 squared. It's 2 times 2 is 4 times 4 is 8. Or sorry, let me just write this out. Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. That's 4 times 4, which is 16. Not 8, which is 16. So then, because we're multiplying them, and then times 5 times 5, which is 25, right? So 16 times 25. 15, placeholder, cross this off. And then we just add them up. 400. That's a good number, 400. So that's I. Okay. So we're getting close to solving this, to finding the caption or title of this picture. Okay, negative 9 squared times negative 2 to the 3rd. That'd be 81 times negative 8 is 648, and it's negative because a negative times a positive, or positive times a negative is a negative. So that's R. Okay. And then the last one, kind of guess what that is, because we didn't write this one in here. 400 was I. Okay. And then 288 we said was B. Right? So we're left, which is 98. So this one has to be 98. So let's just working at it. This is going to be negative 1 times 49 times negative 2. Negative 49 times negative 2 is positive 98. So that's n, n, n. Okay. This is kind of funny. All right. Good work, everybody.